Hi, I'm Brittany, and in this video I want to talk about the hottest aspects to have in the Synastry Chart. So what is the Synastry Chart? It is putting two people's birth charts together and looking at the aspects being made and looking how the people's planets fall in each other's houses. So if you don't know how to read a birth chart or a Synastry Chart, this video is gonna not really make any sense. But if you do know how to read it, it's great. It's pretty exciting stuff. So in honor of Venus and Mars being in Aries now, the sign Aries is the sign of going and getting it, and Venus and Mars are the love and sex planets. So expect everybody in the next couple months to be really after what they want, whether it's love, romance, or sex. People are going to be all about it, and they're going to be really outgoing and getting it. But anyway, so this is my personal opinion on what are the hottest aspects to have between the charts. And I mean, what everybody's going to think is hot is going to be different depending on their own charts and everything, but this is my list, obviously. So first of all, my number one, I'm going to say Venus-Pluto contacts in the Synastry Chart, and I mean any contact. The conjunction, opposition, square, sextile, trine, inconjunct, any of the minor aspects, any of them, Venus and Pluto together. When someone's Venus and someone's Pluto are coming together, and if it's going both ways, this is a very hot romance, and it's very passionate, it's very primal, it's very, Pluto represents that deep inner part of ourselves that wants to have what it wants, and it's a very dark and intense part of us. We might try to push it down and hide it away because it's a little bit intense, a little bit almost frightening to us. And so when we have someone's Pluto making contact with someone's Venus, which is the planet of love, romance, what we value, what we find beautiful, we have this very intense bond, and this is the stuff movies are made of. Venus and Pluto in contact with each other. Like, these people are really hot for each other, and it's also very loving because Venus does represent love. The Venus person finds the Pluto person so intense and fascinating, and they just want to completely give themselves over to the Pluto person. And the Pluto person feels a lot of feelings, and they feel like they want to take everything that Venus has because Venus is so freely giving it away. And of course, love and sex is all about giving and taking, and so I think it's very common to find Venus-Pluto stuff in the charts of couples who are really hot after each other, and in affairs, and in just pretty much anyone who you have that look at someone and you're just like, oh, like it's hot stuff. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, second, I would say Mars-Pluto contacts. So this is a little different than Venus-Pluto in that Mars and Pluto are both very intense planets. And Mars is more masculine and more, I want what I want and I'm going to go take it. And Pluto is a little bit like that same urge, but it's like on the underworld. It's a little more unconscious to us, a little more frightening. It's not so direct. It's a little bit, But so when Mars and Pluto are meeting in the Synastry Chart, we both want to take from each other. And this one you kind of want to watch out for too. It could cause violence. It could cause intense hating of each other too, because Mars and Pluto aren't necessarily loving planets in your chart, but they're very intense and they want what they want, and so they want each other. And when Mars and Pluto come together, it's hot, 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 and it's very fiery, very passionate, very aggressive sex, like very so what about I don't know if I like this video. Oh man, okay. Venus, Pluto, Mars, Pluto. Another one I would say is very hot is Mars-Mars contact. So Mars is a sex planet. When one person's Mars is making contact to another person's Mars, even if it's a square or opposition, inconjunct, anything is good because this gets the people going at it, okay? Mars wants what it wants, and when two people's Mars are together, they're gonna get it on in bed. It's gonna be a really good sexual bond, and not even just sex, like they can be on each other's team. I mean, with the square and stuff, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but either way it gets the people going, and it's very hot. And these contacts also, like, they don't really go away. Like, when you have an aspect being made, the planets falling in other people's houses can kind of fade away once we start working with the aspects that are being made in the charts, but these intense contacts will usually last. Like, it's not going to be a fading attraction. Okay, one that could be a fading attraction is Uranus. And Uranus is very hot. Venus, Uranus, Mars, Uranus, Moon, Uranus, Sun, Uranus. It's all very hot too. And this one is characterized by very quick involvement. Like, we're all of a sudden in bed and we're telling each other everything about everything, and we're so close. But it can also be sudden breaking up too. So it's very hot. Usually you have some Uranus in combo with some Pluto, and then it makes people kind of a little bit obsessed with each other, while still it's this fun, exciting learning bond. The Uranus stuff is very exhilarating. It's like, it's those butterflies, you know, you feel like, oh wow, this is so amazing, you know, I'm in love. That's kind of a little bit of Uranus. And then Pluto is that wanting to take, what else? Planets falling in partners' 8th house, because the 8th house rules sex, and this is a very deep bond. It's a very psychic bond. The person whose planets are going into someone's 8th house, they kind of psychically can understand the 8th house person, and they want to go deep within them, and the 8th house person is also ready to just open up sexually to the planet person. And this one is very hot and deep also. And also, I'm going to say planets falling into another person's 12th house can be very hot too, because the person whose planets are falling in someone's 12th house, they're very aware of what's going on in the unconscious of the 12th house person, and they can bring awake all these fantasies and repressed feelings that the 12th house person maybe won't know that they have. So I don't think it's uncommon to be really hot for someone who has a lot of planets falling in your 12th house. And another reason being too is that sometimes when we're really attracted to someone and really hot for someone, it's because they are teaching us something huge. And sometimes I feel like the way to get humans to pay attention is to get them to be really sexually attracted to each other, and then we can have this spur on this growing learning experience, right? So the 12th house is a deep and tricky one, and possibly really confusing, but also very hot. If it's Venus or Mars or Sun, like, just a 12th house influence in the Synastry chart can feel kind of hot because it's so open, and that 12th house person feels vulnerable, so they kind of open up more to the planet person, and vice versa too. I mean, it happens both ways. What else? Venus, Mars, because of course Venus is love, Mars is sex. Venus is the feminine side, and Mars is the masculine. So when we have Venus and Mars contacts, that's really hot and really good for long-lasting attraction and sex also. What else? I think those are like my hottest ones for right now. I'll probably make a part 2. But anyways, happy Venus, Mars, and Aries. And go out and grab your lover and take them back to your bed. This is like the kind of mood for the next couple of months with these aggressive fire planets for our Venus and Mars. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.